Around the country showcasing rare and ancient Bibles. The Bible truck made a stop in Green Bay. Admission was free for those who showed up and participated in the one-hour tour, which included lots of learning opportunities. The truck features historical exhibits centered around the Bible and the history of the Bible. Some highlights include a huge collection of Bibles, Gutenberg printing press, and even an item called the smallest book of the world.
An organization that's basically founded from originally Apple Valley, Minnesota. It's a worldwide international organization that works a lot overseas primarily, but the Bible truck is basically a semi-trailer that we decided to convert into basically a mobile exhibit.
If you missed out today, the Bible truck will be back August 10th through the 13th from noon to 8 at the House of Prayer Church located at 816 3rd Street. If you want to check out more information about this truck, we have info at wbay.com/links. Happening right now,